Hello, everyone. It is 10 o'clock. Um, how are you guys doing? It seems pretty late like, to me. I'm kind of feeling a little bit tired, but I decided to just, like, hop on on Twitch for a bit. Um, I remember I said the last time I hopped on Twitch was, like, what, Monday? So, but then, like, I've fallen, a little. Well, actually, I got sick, so I haven't. That was the last time I was on Twitch, so I just, like, I've been just, like, sick the past couple of days. But now I'm starting to feel a lot more better. So today I just wanted to show you guys what I'm working on today. It's going to be this drawing of Yuta. I can't even pronounce his last name, but I'm probably gonna butcher it. So I'm just gonna say Yuta. But so I'm working on this drawing. I've been working on this drawing for, like, I believe, like, maybe 2 months ago. So I just had it just stored in my, like, sketchbook, and I just haven't, like, got the chance to work on it. So yeah. So last week, I believe, I transferred my drawing onto Procreate, and I just traced it from there. So now I want to show you guys how I'm gonna be coloring in my Yuta. So let's just get started. Let me just, oops, let me just fix the change it to project canvas. There we go. I believe, does this seem, oh, perfect, perfect. So let's see. Since now you guys can see, I actually thought this was a little bit too zoomed in, but it's fine. All right. But actually, you know what I forgot to do? Let me just change this back. I forgot to make an extra layer for my colors. Hold on a sec. Here we go. I literally made, like, a list. I literally made a list of colors all set up, my color palette, so I don't have to struggle looking for the right colors I want. So I just set this up at, like, last minute. Uh, Let me now go back, change this to turn off the project canvas. All right. So now you guys can take a look at my layers. So this is my sketch. If you guys can take a look here, this is how it was, and then I transferred it to Procreate. Um, Let me. There we go. So the first things first, I want to do. I want to change my background color. Let's change it to gray. Oops. There we go. Cool. So first thing I'll work on is Yuta, and then the Rika, I'll probably save that for later. If not, if I don't get the chance to, I'll save it for the next day. Okay. So with Yuta, I'm going to. see, where do I start off? Let me start off with his face. That's the fun part. For me, when it comes to drawing, I love starting off with the face. Okay, it's in the right setting. I just like using the pen tool because it's just much more easier for me. Yeah, pretty much Yuta's face is like pretty pale. Like nothing has changed within him, but you can the only thing that has changed is like his eyes got even more bigger and also his hairstyle changed. Because I do remember his hair was like all like his forehead was a bit much more covered. Now in this new season that he appears, his hairstyle is actually now like parted in one side. So he has like a side bang. Okay. Like right now I just don't care about you know getting out of the lines. Either way it's gonna get covered up. Alright. Wait, I forgot the hands. Yeah, so these past couple of days I was sick. I had like a little cold, but I thought it was gonna be so little. I mean, thank God I wasn't coughing. It was just like basically my a runny nose, um, congestion. I couldn't like my nose was just like I couldn't breathe from my nose, only from my mouth. It was so annoying, but I, like I thought I was gonna recover by like Thursday, but I started to get worse even more till Friday and Saturday. But I still had to show up to work because like yeah, I couldn't miss work because like um I'm trying to remember, did some teachers call out that week? I think so. That's why I don't remember, but yeah. So I was like I was the one that's like I'm the one that's like reliable, so I always show up to work. Um, so yeah, I just like still had to come into work. Let's start off with the hair now. Yeah, like um, I was pretty much exhausted. Oh, let's see if this is the right color. Nope. There we go. Yeah, let me separate the layer. Make my life easier. Yeah, so like by the time it was Friday and Saturday, I just got worse, and by the end of Saturday, I just wanted to go home. It was like 4:30 p.m. and I was just like already spacing out, and other kids have asked me, it's like your voice changed. I'm like, yeah, cause I'm sick. I'm like, so they others cared. Other kids are like, oh, okay. It's like, but remind you when I go to school, right? A lot of the kids are sick. So since it's that type of season, everybody's getting sick left and right. Hey, hello. Wow, it's already 10:30, guys. So like yesterday, I had to work on this like last minute project, right? Um, so like Sunday, it was my day off. Monday, I had to go back to work, but I have not gotten the chance to work on this new project that I was like thrown last minute to me. So, and mind you, I was like still sick, but I was just recovering now. And now that those days I felt much better, but I know that Saturday it was like very unwell. Um, Sunday was pretty much my rest day. Monday, going back to work again, and then coming back home in the afternoon. I just felt so. I felt exhausted, but I was like, man, I can't. I can't work on my school assignment um, that I have to present on for Tuesday. So you know what I did? I just knocked out on Monday night. Woke up Tuesday morning and just like immediately um, I immediately just continued to work on um, that project for the kids for advanced 1, 2, and 3 class. So the project idea was to make a animal sculpture. It has to be like they have to choose a domestic animal. So yeah, I was stressed out that morning because I was like recovering and also because I had to do the PowerPoint, but I also had to do like the teaching sample to show them how I want the kids to create this um, animal sculpture, but also plus I had to also keep in mind how like each step how to make this. Um, yeah, just took that took some time though. Like uh, we had to use in order to make this, you had to like use paper mache. So pretty much I had to like tear up like paper, like newspaper magazines, right? Roll them up into a ball, cover them up with tape, um, and then put them all together and then shape it. So what I did, I just chose like a bunny, like a rabbit. All right, let me color this one. Let's color his jacket, his top. Yeah, so let's separate that layer. So that's what I did. I was just like for a couple hours before heading into work. I was pretty much stressed because I was like, oh shoot, I didn't like I have to present this Tuesday, and it's like 12 p.m. I literally was like struggling because I also had no inspiration too. I don't know. It was just like, um, yeah. So, but I managed to pull it through, and by the time I got to work, I was still working on it. Oops, I was still working on it, but like, I ended up finishing it on time, and thank God I did the PowerPoint too. But that was stressful though, just doing something last minute. But I ended up completing it and presenting it to class, and the kids actually liked it. They really liked this project because it was such a relief. Because a lot of times kids don't want to do those kind of like still life paintings, which I could understand that part. Um, but this project was ended up being much more fun. So using paper mache and creating like an animal, any animal they like, but it has to be at least like a domestic animal. But they had to pretty much scale it to like at least 12 inches. So if whatever animal they pick, like a hamster or chinchilla or something, they just had to make sure it's 12 inches, even though their size of the actual size of an animal is pretty much smaller than that. But yeah, so they had to enlarge that um, to 12 inches. But a lot of the kids were like so into this project, they were so distracted. There was like no interruptions. There was interruptions like maybe a couple times, but it wasn't too crazy. So they were so concentrated on this, and And like in the during class, one of the kids says like, "I really like this project." And I was like, "This one was really fun." After hearing that, I was pretty much glad because like, because all that hard work I put in, but like last minute, really stressed me out. But they really enjoyed it, so I would say it was all worth it in the end. All right, let's move on to filling in the pants. Mm, and then like today, I also had to do it again too. Uh, but they were like my one. Usually my Wednesday class is a little bit more rowdy, but they ended up cooperating and actually like really focus on their project. Um, and like yeah, it was just like it surprised me because usually Wednesday's always busy but really loud. So I I would sometimes I call that class as like a little bit more um, loud or hectic. So um, but I was glad that I managed to power through that day. Um, and ended up for them really liking the project. Even one of them said like one of the kids that's usually on the other class who we gave him a choice what project he wanted to work on, either this uh another project or my project. And so he wanted to do my project. And he's like, you know what? I was like, I wish I was in your class. Hearing that really got me like um I don't know, it kind of made me happy. Well, it did make me happy, but it kind of like, huh. But sometimes, most of the time, a lot kids are complaining because they don't want to do some certain projects, right? Because they like I could understand because they don't have any like they don't have sometimes like the motivation to do it or like they feel like a little bit more obligated. But you know, sometimes a lot of the kids want to just draw like oops, anime art, which um like I understand. I would want to do that too, but where I work, I just like we have to like teach them the basics and how to actually like draw, um, and to make them like to drive them to like once instead of making anime art, we want them to prepare them to start creating like making it more realistic with their drawings, right? So that's the goal. Um, yeah. All right, we got the pants ready. First layer on there. Um, let's start off with the shoes now. But since like today's what, Wednesday? I'm like forgetting my days, but it's really going by so fast. Time is really going by so fast. I'm uh Like I just found out. Like I found out yesterday that we're gonna have like a snowstorm, like a blizzard. So they say first they said it was Saturday. Now it just got moved to like Sunday, and it's going to end till like Monday, maybe Monday night or something. I gotta check. The weather always changes. It always shifts to like the next day or something. But yeah, we're going to be experiencing supposedly a blizzard. Um, so I mean, thank God I'm going to be at home during that time, so I don't have to worry driving. Um, but yeah, it's been really cold this whole week, freezing. Every time I step out now, I'm just like bringing myself warmers because like it's just like I can't even stand like my hands can't even stand the cold as much. Oop, wrong one. Let me make an extra layer. This layer is going to be the eyes. So let's see. Just making sure. I just raised up the volume more if you guys can't hear me. Um, yeah, my voice is still a little bit low. You should have heard me like the past few days. My voice was a little bit different. Yeah, but also I've been what was it? I've I've been just like patiently waiting, um, hearing back from checking my emails every day. um, because like since I've been applying to other conventions, I've been just like most of the time I've been just getting rejected, right? Due to like the competition, like other artists out there. So there's one con that I got accepted, which is the one, New Jersey. So that one, I got the notification, like an actual confirmation saying that I'm already on the artist list. So, so if you guys go to New Jersey Comic Con in New Jersey, right? I believe it's Hillsborough. You guys can take a look there at the artist list. There's also other artists too as well. You can take a look at that. But I was just looking for mine and see like, oh, that did I make it? So it's like actually confirmed now. So I'll be attending to that event. That's going to be like April 18th through the 19th. So just for like 2 days. So yeah, and just I'm just waiting for other cons to respond back, because usually this is the time, like in January, that you would get a lot more response from these other cons. But I'm just worried because it's just like I've been just uh receiving, oopsie, I've been just receiving rejection letters, and also like or like they sent me to like the waiting list. So yeah, but I mean I'll still keep on trying. Let's see. All right, what's next? I guess I will start working on adding colors to sword. Uh, Let me move it to this side. And then like also there's this other con that I'm not sure if I'm going to attend, but it's just like in the works. I'm still doing my research, but I know that I got accepted to this con, but I'm still deciding whether I should go or not. Um, it's going to be like pretty much out of state. But I'm still thinking about it because I don't know, because I've been hearing a lot of things about like certain cons where they're just like, oh, it's not worth it, or it's not enough attendees. It's just I don't know. It's just I'm still looking at other videos. Excuse me. I'm just still looking at other videos to see if like is it worth it or not to attend, but I just tried it out, but I did get accepted, but I just have to confirm if I'm going or not. So I still have a couple more days to decide, but yeah. But I'll let you guys know if anything happens, if I'm going. But yeah. Let's see. And then oh, I forgot to browse. Okay. Time is it? 10:47. Wow. Oh my god. He kind of looks soulless right now. Uh, let's start adding color to his lashes. I'm gonna start adding his pupils. Now time to start adding the white area. we go. I'm gonna add where's the skin tone? I'm gonna make another layer. I'm going to add his shadows underneath his lips. Oh. And then over his eyes as well. I believe he still has those under eyes. Oh, he just looks so cute. All right. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm going to add the highlights onto his face. Um, I think that'll be it for today. With just working on Yuta. Probably the next day or the following day, I will work on Rika. Um, yeah. So far, like usually when I'm like quiet, I'm just so concentrated in this. I just didn't feel like talking in the last few minutes, but it's fine. At least I just can't believe I just got all of the like through my first layer and then my second layer and then adding my highlights on this. And one by like I can't believe I just did it fast. But usually I would take a little bit longer, like a good like 2 hours or three on this. But so far I like the way it came out. I just have to clean it up, like erase these lines that are well, erase these like color that's coming out of the lines. So, but overall, I do like the way he came out. Um, yeah, he looks pretty cute. um, but yeah, I'm just gonna hop off and then go to sleep. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. And remember, you guys can also check out on my social media to look at what I'm also working on. Because sometimes I also post on my story on Instagram, so you guys can take a look what I'm doing. Um, most of the time, you know. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, you'll hear from me soon. All right, have a good night, guys.